Madam Speaker, I gladly yield 5 minutes to my distinguished colleague from Louisiana, Mr. Jefferson.
Gentleman from Louisiana is recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Madam Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity to address an issue of grave importance to our country. I rise in support of the resolution that is before us. The resolution continues to support our troops who are presently fighting in Iraq, but it calls into severe question the wisdom of escalating our military involvement there. I personally believe that escalating our efforts in Iraq is a tremendous mistake. It is time for us to recognize that there is no military solution to what is happening there. The only solution that will work in Iraq is a political solution. Even those who believe this surge to be an excellent strategy do so because they hope that it will lead to more favorable conditions for a political settlement. The political solution depends on the Iraqi people themselves, deciding to work together, to knit their country together, and to fight in behalf of their own nascent democracy. The rampant violence in Iraq is the result of a civil conflict in that country, and the Iraqi people must decide whether they will truly have a real representative democracy that includes the Sunnis, the Shias, and other significant segments of their society. If the Iraqi government is to stand up for its own future, we must begin now to make it clear that we will not stay there forever and continue to add our troops. I personally believe that the best way to signal our commitment is not that it is not open-ended in the civil war. It's to start now the withdrawal of some of our troops. However, short of that, this resolution is an important first step toward ensuring that the people of our nation know that we are changing direction in Iraq, and so that the people of Iraq will know that they must plan a future with the United States as an important ally, but not as an enforcer of the status quo in their nation. Madam Speaker, the justification for the invasion of Iraq have long ago been discredited. There were no weapons of mass destruction. There was no nuclear threat. Every credible source and study has established that there was no connection between Saddam Hussein and al-Qaeda and the tragic events of 9/11. These were the reasons that were given as justification for our entry into the Iraqi war, and that supported the statement that our national interest was at stake. Unfortunately, since the reasons were erroneous, no national interest exists. Winning a military conflict, even if it were possible, does not create a national interest. Adding more troops to fight under the present conditions on the ground in Iraq cannot create a national interest where none truly exists. Such a strategy will simply add more human targets in a civil war that does not threaten America. We are straining our troops and our military and financial resources beyond all reasonable limits. We are decimating our National Guard strength at a time when we have more than enough disasters here at home to which we must attend. At a time when Louisiana needs the support of our National Guard, members of our National Guard are being called to serve in Iraq. At a time when the New Orleans area residents struggle to rebuild following the worst natural disasters in our nation's history, and following deadly tornadoes just 2 days ago, we need National Guard troops here at home to fight crime in our streets and to keep our people safe. We need the billions of dollars that we are spending on war and the rebuilding of Iraq to wage a war on poverty and ignorance here at home. We need a greater commitment to rebuilding the Gulf Coast communities, including my beloved city of New Orleans. Madam Speaker, let's not continue to make matters worse at home and abroad by pursuing a policy in Iraq that cannot work, that has not worked, and that simply can no longer be justified. I urge my colleagues to support this important resolution, which supports our troops in the field and supports at the same time the common sense objections to escalating our troop presence in Iraq. The people of this great country eloquently expressed their disapproval of the course of this war in the November elections, and on their behalf, we should do no less. I yield back my time.